Okay, let's see how big my Evergreen folder is. 28 gigabytes. Nice. Hi friends, Mesmi here, and this is my little studio space in Los Angeles. I am here to welcome you into some behind the scenes looks at my album Slow Bloom, and I thought this would be really fun to do because it was the biggest project I've done to date, and the record was actually released May 22nd, 2020. So it is almost 1 year old now. These are our Slow Boom behind the scenes sessions, and I want to show you how these were made. Evergreen started with a lyric. Evergreen started with the chorus lyric, I just pine away like an evergreen. And then I think some of the bridge, caressing your name and forgetting your face. So right now I'm going to play you the voice note, which is basically what I might record on my phone after I think of an idea that is like okay enough, cool enough for to try and remember. Usually after playing around on the piano or the guitar. Okay, it's on guitar. Yeah, so I guess the song was written by January 2018, and it's like so different. So one of the first things shaping the mood were the background vocals, right? When you hear that, the opening of Evergreen has a like ah kind of thing going on. And then we have the high ah. The low ah. But put all those together and we get this. I mean, you know what I mean? It's the power of working together, guys. The power of working together. So I actually created a similar part but in a low hum kind of register that almost sounds like a bass. So I raised the level, I raised the volume of those background chorus hums pretty loud so you can hear it. Those are some of the elemental harmony parts, some of the color and structure holding things together. Let me now introduce you to the rhythm and the beats, because that definitely changes things up. Sound designed this thump, I think, from the big boomy part of my acoustic guitar. That's fun. And then you put them with the programmed ones. It goes like this. A little more like a hit. And add back some of the percussion. Love a snare. That's how you fill out a beat. A lot of playing, a lot of experimenting. Get a little closer? Okay, you can come closer. Hi! Let's hear how that sounds with the vocals and the beat together. Cool. So there is a mood. Okay, I want to share with you guys some fun little like sound design elements from the session that are kind of, you could easily miss. So one of them, I drank a lot of tea, like a lot of tea, a lot of coffee and stuff in here in this little small room. I have these little spoons, and when the spoon will either like hit to rest against the edge of the cup, or when I'm stirring my tea or my coffee with my almond milk or whatever, then if it scrapes the side of the cup, it makes this little like high-pitched whirring noise. And I think I was like, oh, this is kind of nice, and I recorded that, and I kind of tried to put it in. Oh, that's a little louder. Oh, so I just thought it was like a really interesting sound. There, it sounds a little creepy, but here, we'll play it with everything. You probably heard it right there. And then actually one semester in California, I took a Chinese music ensemble class, and I got to, oh honey, what happened to you? Something's feeling. It's not your fault. Okay, and I got to play one of my favorite instruments. And eventually my parents ended up getting me an erhu from Taiwan. Shout out to my aunt who helped buy this. So I used this in Evergreen. Okay, we gotta back up so you can see this whole thing. So this is the erhu. It's usually played longitudinally, latitudinally. This is the voice box, the sound resonator. It's this wooden, beautiful carved box covered in snakeskin. Sorry, vegans. And the really interesting thing about this instrument, and I think a lot of ancient cultures have similar ones to this, but hey babe, the bow is actually stuck between the two strings. There are only two strings, a D and an A is the traditional tuning, and the bow is stuck between them. So usually you rest this yeah, on your, you can't see it, I'm sorry, the camera, whatever, and you rest it like in the crook of your leg and your torso, and then the way you play the two strings separately is your fingers have to either push the bow or release, and you pull back. Like, I'm definitely not an expert, but it's such an important part of the technique and playing that I remember for a long time the first part of that class for us erhu players, there were other instruments too, we had to just practice bowing. Looks a little bit like this. Okay, that's a little very bad part of it, but basically you have to like really get this fluid motion. The other thing I really love about this instrument is that it is not only fretless, but there is no fretboard, so every little bit of your finger pressure and your finger placement, how high or how low it is on the string, will absolutely affect it. And so there's so much detail, and also because it's vertical, you can do all these slides, kind of like a voice. So, and you can do like drops, and then the vibrato is kind of by like pushing. Anyways, I definitely need to practice more if I want to keep this up, but that is a little introduction to the erhu, baby. But I did play with it for Evergreen, and a little bit made it into the second pre-chorus. I love, so that was the slide. I wanted that slide to come in. So there is the erhu in second pre-chorus. Let's see if you can hear it now with everything. Who knows? It's there. And now you can listen out for it when you are listening to Evergreen. Okay, what else would be fun for you guys in visiting the world of Evergreen? So I don't know if you guys can tell in this album, I always really enjoy playing with like vocal manipulation, including vocoders. And I don't have a lot of fancy gear. I don't have like a physical synthesizer that I can use to do that. So I indulge my vocoder tastes by using software. And it sounds like this. It's kind of like this robotic sound. And I made it like it goes on and off to arrange with the vocals. So many echoes.
Caressing your name and forgetting your face. Are you my sunshine or darkest shade? Caressing your name and forgetting your face. Why am I eternally in the same place?
That's where the vocoder in this song gets its moment, to show you a little bit of like what a mix entails, or at least what this mix entailed. Really, seriously, it drove me crazy. So the thing I talked about, automation, when you basically are orchestrating the movements of your instruments, it can look like this. So all this yellow, right? All this yellow that you're seeing here, that is all the stuff I am orchestrating here for the backgrounds. This is for an effect, and the pink. Like automation will get layered because sometimes like this purple one is I think for an echo. The yellow one is for volume. You can see in the background right here. There's a pink one too, a blue one for like other echoes or effects. So that is basically what you're seeing happen in a bunch of this. So crazy. Yeah, so I think that is pretty much it for the Evergreen session. Pretty different when you go between where it started and where it ended up at the final stage. But if you did enjoy that kind of cool first demo vibe, remember to drop me a comment and I will get to work on maybe making some of those alternate versions. But I hope you had fun. I did dipping back into memory lane, and also just getting to revisit one of my babies. I'm excited to do this again, so make sure to stay tuned and connect with me on socials. Oh yeah, and make sure if you're enjoying these YouTube versions of the full behind the scenes session video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because it all helps. Signing off. Love you guys. You go off and have a fabulous week. Mwah.